I'm not a fan of Glitch. But let me clarify that me not being a fan doesn't mean I hate their shows or their creators, but I will say that their Toxic Chud fan base is definitely a turnoff. Like, for example, the recent angry mob that ganged up on this indie show called Chimtopia for, in my opinion, a pretty damn petty reason. Glitch Productions' indie status has given them the ability to be free from criticism just solely for the reason that they're indie. Now, for me, when I think of an indie studio, I don't think of a company that has received over $1 million from the government and has the means to produce merchandise from China for a show that has one episode, knowing people are going to fanboy over it. Also, Chimtopia. Yeah, I will say that the art style isn't exactly eye-catching and does resemble a rejected show on television. I see it. But the reason we hate on Family Guy lookalikes is because they have a massive budget and very little excuse to have cheap mass production art styles. But Gymtopia, I'm pretty sure, is made by one guy or maybe three. I'm not sure. And they also don't exactly get a complete pass from me because at one point the creator was requesting $500,000 for like 4 episodes, but now they later reduced it to 40 grand due to backlash, which is far more realistic. What I will say, though, is that the sheer hatred they got was so comedically over the top for a mid-tier joke where they beat up Walmart Great Value Gobbles from Glitch's series Gameaverse featuring Latina Baddie Kid and Schlattbot99. If you have any internet knowledge at all, then I shouldn't have to go into depth over what this series is, but I digress. People were entirely, I mean, it's insane. People were entirely way too hateful for such a light jab at this growing studio. The joke wasn't funny, I get it, but was it really that necessary to cry in defense of your favorite studio? I swear to God, at one point I saw a death threat over this, but I can't find it, but I won't go into depth about it. But I'm also surprised Saber Furry didn't make a video about it to show his virtue signaling outrage. Well, at least the creators of Chimtopia didn't apologize to the zombie horde of Chuddles and Chudlings and stood on business. I guess, bro. Now, the horde knows that next time you dare step out of line, they can bully the shit out of you until you apologize over, well, in reality, a giant, fat, nothing burger of a jab. But I guess you should support all indie animation unless it's not Hazbin Hotel or anything Glitch, right? I honestly think the amount of YouTubers with a large fan base crapping on the creator should probably face the same amount of backlash for summoning their goons to mindlessly hate on Chimtopia for such a minor, unfunny joke. When it comes to Glitch, let me talk about the Digital Circus. Oh boy. The ending is ass. Anyone with a brain or is willing to listen can understand why. Like, a third of its movie runtime is episode 8. Because of the low attention span, individuals needed a recap, I guess. Like, so much stuff could have been done in the finale, but no. It had to be a Jax episode, right? Screw the other characters that Jax mentally tormented the entire show, resulting in 2 digital suicides. Not 1, 2. And they were good people that wanted to help. I don't like this character. Good thing Jax was able to be redeemed, right? Right? And Jax committed suicide off screen and is later shown that the cast is better off with Jax pretty much dead and kept whatever was left as a pet dog. I'm not joking. Another thing, the song played when Jax was abstracting was supposed to be a hint that Jax was a transgender individual, but I for real thought it was supposed to be for Pomni because Pomni is far more lovely than Jax ever was. Actually, no, she still kinda sucks too. She defended Jax by talking about, we all did bad things as well. Jax consistently asserted power over Gangle, like I said, and treated people so bad they abstracted, which is pretty much suicide. And you know what? Do you know what I felt after watching the episode, the last one? I actually don't know. You tell me. I didn't learn anything, but the fact that removing yourself is the best option for others, at least in Jax's case. Remember, people paid to see this because it was released in theaters. Also, what does Zooble even do? Like, forgive me. if I forgot, because Zubal's moments are forgettable as all hell. But Zubal stays back from all the adventures, and the most substantial thing Zubal ever did was pull Pomni from the abstraction and be Gangle's fuck buddy. But Goose, I don't want to be a self-insert. Stay in character. Stay in character. I don't even want to be shallow. Stay in character! Creepy-ass fans were obsessed with characters banging so bad they put it in the credits. But how? I mean, once fucking ribbons and glass. Seriously, why did they cave into this instead of explaining more about the other forgotten characters? You don't remember them, right? Screw them, I guess. They weren't important enough, except the fact that this one right here was the first abstraction. It's so ass. I'm being serious. The writer for the show forgot what was happening and played favorites to the point it ruined the show for many people. Except, well, the fanboys and fangirls. Also, who is this show really even for? It's animated as it could be for kids, but it's not. The characters have panic attacks, and one even, well, Zubal, of course, asked for sex. Whoa! Daring, aren't we? And that's funny because it's not funny. It's not that funny. It's a growing trend to make kiddie-looking cartoons and make the plots dark as bloody diarrhea, for some reason. God forbid something be wholesome. Recently, I just checked it out of curiosity. A series called Go Monster Go was released, and the pilot looks promising, but I really want to see if the creators go down this path to traumatize these little children so people can write edgy fanfics and have a group crying session on Reddit over how sad it is. It's hard to tell because the characters are rather innocent, but at the same time, a living person was atomized. So I guess we'll see where it goes. Indie animation has promise, and I tune in to see what people are making, but Glitch, their products are far from perfect, and are definitely not free from criticism. And people making harmless jokes that are basically nothing shouldn't be met with YouTubers with a lot of subscribers hunting them down and having a meltdown, right? Especially when certain YouTubers have pretty much the same concept of the show. Yeah, so it's disgusting, in my opinion, how people are acting. And I doubt this video will get a lot of views, but it is what it is. I'm making this for fun and to provide my opinion on something. If you did enjoy this video, then a like would be appreciated. I'm not going to beg you to subscribe because, well, that's up to you, and begging is weird. So I hope you have a good one. See ya.